Our regularly scheduled program will not be seen today so that we can bring you this special presentation.
Welcome, wrestling fans, back to the Nation Network. Mean Scheme here, along with my brand new colleague here in the broadcast booth, Craig DeGeorge. And tonight, Craig, a very special edition of Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling.
Well, indeed, Gene, you're 100% right about that, because what makes it special is, as we heard earlier in the week from Pat Patterson, he has got the powers that be to go along with his plan for what we're going to call the Royal Rumble, and that's going to be our main event today.
Indeed, 20 men will be entering the Rumble, and one will remain. We'll go over the rules more as we get to the match, but that's not all. We've also got a big championship title match coming up.
That's right. The television championship will be on the line. Hacksaw Jim Duggan to defend that title against Mr. Fuji.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan has done one heck of a job as the television champion ever since taking that title away from Greg the Hammer Valentine. Other big news, we're also going to be hearing from Sergeant Slaughter, the man who eliminated Jesse the Body Ventura 1 week ago. Medical update states that Jesse Ventura is still in a medically induced coma, and doctors don't know how much longer that will be the case. That all said, we do not anticipate seeing Mr. Ventura back here anytime in the near future. That having been said, all of the powers that be agreed to allow superstar Billy Graham to handpick a replacement for Jesse the Body, I beg your pardon, and join him as tag team champions. And we saw that choice this past week from the Boston Garden.
Well, indeed, it was a big night of professional wrestling from the Boston Garden. Some major things taking place, but one of them, Ken Patera, is now one half of the World Tag Team Champions, along with superstar Billy Graham.
Well, you know what? If you're going to pick somebody, might as well pick an Olympic weightlifter. Couldn't have done much better. They were victorious, as a matter of fact, in Pennsylvania up against the Wild Samoans, the former tag team champions, so they're off to a pretty good start. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take it out at ringside for our opening contest. It is the television title match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling Television Championship.
All right, we are ready for action to kick off, and Mr. Fuji coming down the aisle with his most recent find, this giant of a man called Yokozuna.
Indeed, Yokozuna, a sumo wrestler. Fuji wasting absolutely no time whatsoever in finding himself one heck of an appearance. These two guys came out and had a tag team match, and I don't mind telling you, it was a one-sided match.
Well, it's going to be hard for anybody to have a competitive match against a guy the size of Yokozuna, 400 pounds of him. He is absolutely monstrous.
Well, Fuji has always been known to be a bit on the devious side, and boy, oh boy, I'll tell you right now, definitely living up to that. Fuji, of course, a former World Tag Team Champion with Mr. Saito back in the day, and now perhaps on his way to reclaiming tag team titles along with Yokozuna.
I wouldn't mind seeing a match between these two guys, superstar Billy Graham and Ken Patera. That would be a heck of a matchup just to see how somebody like an Olympic strongman like Ken Patera could possibly deal with the mass, the size of a Yokozuna. That would be incredible.
Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He is the reigning television champion, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan with that 2x4 heading down the aisle, and I'll tell you, while I would normally like his odds against Mr. Fuji, not so much when you've got Yokozuna there ringside.
Oh, indeed, he is going to have his head on a swivel. He's going to have to know exactly where Yokozuna is at all times.
Well, that shouldn't be so hard to do because he's taken up about a third of the arena by himself.
And we take a look at the television championship. That title is on the line here to kick us off.
Introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 270 pounds. And his opponent from Glens Falls, New York, weighing in at 270 pounds, the World Wrestling Television Champion, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, this crowd is solidly behind Hacksaw Jim Duggan here today.
Not a big surprise at all. I would have expected nothing other than that. See Duggan handing over the title as the official shows it to Fuji. And take a look again, standing outside the ring, the ominous presence of Yokozuna.
Well, once again, as he has done a number of times already, Hacksaw Jim Duggan waiving the 10-minute time limit that normally works with the television title. That is a champion's prerogative, and he has agreed to waive that time limit, not looking for any easy way out. He wants a winner as much as we do. And Duggan right now going to work on the arm of Fuji. We see a concerned look early on the face of Yokozuna. Nice takedown by Duggan.
Well, right now, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is doing a great job on Fuji. He's got the size, he's got the strength advantage, and he's taking complete advantage of those.
Already going for a cover, and you saw Yokozuna in there trying to reach in. It looked like he was trying to grab Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the referee is going to have to definitely be on top of our game here to make sure that this does not manifest itself into some sort of shenanigans. Look at Fuji right to the eyes. And this crowd not too happy at all right now. Side headlock. And Fuji has it cinched on. Off the ropes he goes, back out front. Duggan with a drop down, comes back out front, back elbow right to the face, and down goes Fuji. Oh, look at this. Yokozuna up on the apron. Drops the elbow. And now Fuji in trouble. Duggan unloading with those heavy forearms as the referee repairs the turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, Fuji is not going to have a good night here if he tries to match size and strength with Duggan, as he just took that header dive right to the floor.
Well, the referee coming outside the ring momentarily. I'm not sure why. As Fuji sent back in by Duggan. These two men continue to battle on, and I'll tell you right now, Yokozuna watching from ringside. Off the ropes, Duggan, nice move with a drop kick. We don't see a lot of that from Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I'll tell you.
No, he definitely usually has the advantage with the size and strength and the power. That's his game. To see a drop kick is very unusual from a Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but it worked. From the middle rope now, Duggan waiting on Fuji to get back up. Yokozuna trying to talk to his mentor, give him a heads up. Didn't seem to matter. Duggan falling back on his past experience in football with that shoulder block. Nice cross ankle sweep right there by Fuji, who now comes up with a double sledgehammer right between the shoulder blades, and he's got Duggan in trouble. Fuji trapping the arms, and now hammering away with that forearm shot to the back of the head. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Fuji looking perhaps for some advice from Yokozuna. I'll say one thing right now, Duggan is lucky it is Fuji and not Yokozuna that's in the ring with him right now. There would be a stark difference, I dare say, if that were the case. No doubt about it. Fuji now has Duggan. Oh my goodness, sends him toppling over the top rope to the floor, and Duggan in trouble. That was a hard landing by Hacksaw Jim Duggan as the referee's count continues to climb up here. Fuji. Oh, into the guardrail. Courtesy of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And now Fuji trying to get some more damage done, but Duggan not having anything to do with it. Sends Fuji back into the ring. And he will follow him as well. Russian leg sweep, nicely done by the champion. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from Sergeant Slaughter. Well, got to imagine what's on his mind after what happened last week. What we understand is the damage done to Jesse Ventura had a lot to do with that Cobra clutch and how tightly he had it cinched up, cutting off the oxygen for a long enough time to do some serious mental damage to Ventura. Fuji came charging in head first to Duggan, who met him with a stiff forearm, and now the champion is back in control. He heads up all the way to the top rope, and Fuji probably is not going to like the way this one turns out. Duggan from the top rope, double axe handle, and down goes Fuji. No, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is in complete control right now as he dropped that big knee right to the head. We've seen him get wins off of that. Right, we're going to see him get one more. 245 pounds right behind that knee drop, right to the skull of Mr. Fuji. There was a period of time where Fuji was very close to becoming the world heavyweight champion. And here in the TV title match, not so much. Well, Fuji has had a very long and illustrious career. Well, this is definitely a young man's game. There's no two ways about that. And I would dare say that Fuji might have to start rethinking his strategy moving forward.
Here is your winner, and still World Wrestling Television Champion, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
A most impressive victory for that man. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay with us.
No way a little dude like you is gonna change my ways.
It's time you were tempted with a taste of nuts and honey.
Hulk Hogan doesn't eat nuts and honey.
Take this. An unbeatable part of this nutritious breakfast.
That's better than a body slam.
Undefeated.
And still champion.
It's a honey of the nut. It's Honey Nut Cheerios.
You know, lately, it seems that there are a lot of people out there that think it's okay to say they don't like the USA. Last week, I took one of those maggots out, and we won't be seeing him anytime soon, if ever again. You see, when you come to the USA, and you start stamping on what we stand for when you challenge our freedoms and our liberties, you are declaring war. And as long as I have breath in my body, I will go to war with you. Right now, I have decided, because there are so many out there that would try to bring harm and evil to this country, that I will create my own army. So starting this day, I, Sergeant Slaughter, am looking to induct a few good men into the Cobra Corps. And together, we will all stand and we will defeat the enemies that would be. And I ask all of you here today to proudly stand and say with me, USA! USA! And as for all of you against us, you will be destroyed, maggots! And that's an order.
With Wrestling Superstars, it's like having a real match right in your own home. There's Jimmy Superfly Stuka, the Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan, and Big John Studd. And now you can fly 'em and flip 'em in the Sling 'em Wrestling Ring. Wrestling Superstars and New Wrestling Ring, each sold separately from LJN.
The following is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order they drew. This will continue until all 20 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and will go on to face the champion of their choice at Wrestle.
All right, those are the rules. The question is, who is going to win this? And look at number 1.
From the land of the rising sun, weighing in at 558 pounds,
My goodness, Yokozuna, the man we were just talking about moments ago, comes in as entry number 1. And if anyone has the ability to still be in there by entry number 20, I would dare say it'd be him.
Yeah, Gene, I've got to tell you right now, this is impressive to see this big man. I don't know, the spotlight's big enough to cover him. He's absolutely, unless you're here in person, you really cannot appreciate the sheer size of Yokozuna.
I do not feel good for whoever drew number 2, I can tell you that right now. It's going to start out with 1 and 2. Everyone drew numbers at random in the back earlier on today. Numbers 1 through 20. Now, obviously, the advantage would clearly go to whoever drew number 20, you would think.
Well, it's got to be a massive advantage because you're going to come in fresh where everyone else has been in there for a minimum of 2 minutes.
Well, if it's Yokozuna, he might be in there for a lot longer than 2 minutes if he's still around for number 20, that's for sure. And let's see who drew number 2. They say 13's an unlucky number, but in my book, number 2 tonight is about as unlucky as your day could possibly get.
Introducing the individual who drew
Oh, take a look at this.
San Francisco, California, weighing in at 272 pounds, Brutus Beefcake.
Brutus Beefcake coming down to go up against Yokozuna. I'm not sure the fans are going to have anyone to cheer for right now. Both of these men generally not well liked by the public, but this gives us quite the entertaining option of seeing these two guys for 2 minutes go at one another.
Well, let's keep in mind this whole thing was orchestrated by Pat Patterson. It'll be very interesting to see what number he draws.
Well, indeed, Pat Patterson came up with the idea wanting to bolster his opportunities at getting a world title shot. Of course, whoever the winner of this match is will be earning a championship title match to be determined in the future. Bell sounds, action's underway. Yokozuna getting the first shots in on Brutus Beefcake. And now Beefcake just ran into him. Absolutely no effect on Yokozuna. You see Beefcake favoring his shoulder, however. Oh, the countdown is on. Number 3 will soon be arriving and entering here in this Royal Rumble. Oh, and take a look. The High Chief Peter Maivia enters the fray. Well, the High Chief Peter Maivia is a well-versed, highly technical, and successful professional wrestler, but when it comes to size, he is the smallest man in the Rumble at this moment in time, and going up against what's got to be the biggest. We know Andre's not going to be in this. He's already the world champion. And Yokozuna just eliminating Brutus Beefcake effortlessly, and now turns his full attention on the smaller opponent. Oh, it's Greg the Hammer Valentine. It'll be interesting to see how he aligns with the two men in the ring. You would think he would side with Yokozuna, but instead, no. Well, that's actually the smarter move, I would have to say. I think, if anything, High Chief Peter Maivia is making a bad decision right now. He and Valentine should work together to get Yokozuna out of here. And Yokozuna goes down, courtesy of the High Chief. Here comes our next entrant, ladies and gentlemen. It's Bob Backlund, the former world champion. He'd love nothing more than to get another crack at the title as the High Chief back body drops Yokozuna. Well, that time he just caught Yokozuna with that forearm, and it had zero effect on the monster. Over the top rope and eliminated.
Has been eliminated.
The High Chief Peter Maivia and Yokozuna is throwing them out of here tonight. Well, we said earlier on, he's in there at number 1. Could he be there at number 20? The answer is yeah, he could be. Here comes the Junkyard Dog. Look at Valentine attacking the leg now of Yokozuna. And the JYD goes right after Bob Backlund. There are no friends here in the Rumble. There's only room for one winner and one person at the top, and it's for the World Heavyweight Championship opportunity. So believe me, what might be normal friendships and alliances, you're not going to see that, at least not for any length of time. And now Bob Backlund in trouble. Yokozuna going after Valentine. JYD going after Bob Backlund, who's over the top, but he has to hit the floor. Both feet must hit the floor. Oh, look at this. Antonio Inoki, the Japanese superstar, here part of the Royal Rumble. Well, everybody wants a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, and wouldn't it be something if it were Antonio Inoki? Oh, that'd be an international affair for sure. A Junkyard Dog with a big right hand down on the head of Bob Backlund, who's been busted open. Backlund eliminated by the JYD. Bob Backlund not too happy about that one. And now starting to team up on Yokozuna finally. And here comes the strongman from Italy. Look at this, we've got Bruno Sammartino and Antonio Inoki locking up. Talk about history in the making. Greg the Hammer Valentine eliminated by you-know-who, Yokozuna. Oh, look at that attack from behind by the Junkyard Dog, taking down the big sumo. You'd almost wonder if Antonio Inoki and Yoko would work together or they'd go head-to-head with each other. Sergeant Slaughter, we heard from him earlier on tonight, looking to bring some people into the Cobra Corps. JYD is eliminated by Sergeant Slaughter. Slaughter and Sammartino now going head to head. Antonio Inoki attacking countryman Yokozuna. Look at the battle. This is fierce action, ladies and gentlemen. And here comes another one. Gorilla Monsoon. Somebody who might be able to match some size and strength with Yokozuna. Well, I don't know about match it, but at least he will give him a challenge that the others haven't up to this point in time really been able to do. Well, even Gorilla tried to slam Yoko, couldn't get him off his feet. And in the meantime, I'm loving this. Antonio Inoki, Bruno Sammartino, talk about a dream matchup. You're seeing it right here. Slaughter just got hurled. Over the top rope, Antonio Inoki hangs on. He's not eliminated yet. And the Iron Sheik is in there. Well, I'm going to be very curious to see what happens when Sergeant Slaughter, if he gets a chance to hook up with the Iron Sheik at some point in time, because based on what he said earlier on tonight, Sheik would be one of the guys I would expect to be in his crosshairs. Sammartino tried desperately to get Slaughter out, couldn't get it done. Meantime, Yokozuna is in trouble in the corner. Sammartino might be eliminated by Sergeant Slaughter right here. There he goes. And now Sammartino tying up with Gorilla Monsoon and Mr. USA Tony Atlas, the legal man. We lost another one. Who is it? The Iron Sheik has been eliminated. Oh, the Sheik. I missed that one. Not even sure who took him out. Well, if I'm betting money, I'm going to say Yokozuna. There goes Tony Atlas, courtesy of Antonio Inoki. Here's Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson is in. This is his creation. This is his opportunity. The big giant swing. Meantime, Sergeant Slaughter going round and round, courtesy of Gorilla Monsoon. Over the top rope, and Slaughter eliminated. Inoki tried for the big boot. Monsoon caught it just in the nick of time to sidestep it. Pat Patterson not looking so good. Who's the next one headed down to the ring right now? SD Jones. Special Delivery Jones in the Royal Rumble. Patterson fighting off Gorilla Monsoon. No, I beg your pardon. Antonio Inoki. Another dream match in the making here. Gorilla Monsoon against Antonio Inoki. Inoki has Monsoon up and caught him with a knee right to the head. This is chaos, ladies and gentlemen, but we knew it would be. SD Jones tries to get Yoko over, and now look at this. Pat Patterson and SD Jones working together. Here comes Pedro Morales. Well, despite the fact that two of them were working on Yokozuna together, they still couldn't get the big man over. He's been in there since number one. Nobody can take out Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen. A force of nature. And now it's Pedro Morales against Antonio Inoki. And Gorilla Monsoon is in trouble. Yokozuna going to add another one to the elimination list. Monsoon hangs on and fights his way back in, as does Pat Patterson. Oh, look at this. It's the Brooklyn Brawler.
Double team meantime on SD Jones. And I'm a little surprised. I would think Gorilla Monsoon would instead want to team with him and take on the bigger man. Everyone should be thinking about getting rid of Yokozuna.
Oh, you get caught with all these bodies in here, ladies and gentlemen. And what a contraption Patterson has invented here. This Royal Rumble is unbelievable. Giant swing in the meantime. Pedro going around. And it's the magnificent Morocco. Yokozuna has been eliminated. Oh, and he does not look happy about it at all. Pedro Morales is out. He just got here.
Talk about unpredictability.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has lived up to the hype, no doubt about it. Big elbow by SD Jones. And now SD turns his attention to Gorilla Monsoon, who is now the new big man in this matchup, and what I would again think is where the rest of the wrestlers will focus their energy. Morocco right now going to work on the Brooklyn Brawler in the corner. He's able to fight his way out. Antonio Inoki now and Morocco going at one another. Look at this. Unbelievable. Superfly Jimmy Snuka hits the ring. I'd like to say that professional wrestling many times is controlled chaos, but there's nothing controlled about this.
No, not at all. These guys right now are all battling for one thing. That is the biggest prize in wrestling, the World Heavyweight Championship. They want that title match guaranteed, and the only way they're going to get it, and they know it, is to win this.
Oh, the roof has got to come off this place. Hulk Hogan is in the Rumble. And he goes right after Gorilla Monsoon. Hogan with the Irish Whip reversal. Monsoon hangs on. And Hogan almost eliminated as soon as he came in. Monsoon goes over, and he's eliminated. Morocco now. Hulk Hogan sends him over the top rope, and look at this, fighting for his life. Nikolai Volkov now coming in. That might be our last entrant.
I lost count, but it might be indeed. We got to be pretty close to 20 if we're not there already.
Look at Antonio Inoki, the Japanese legend, going after Hulk Hogan here. And SD Jones still in this thing somehow. Hogan on the apron. Did not go over the top rope, however. Not in danger of being eliminated at this moment in time. Hogan has got Antonio Inoki and sends Inoki out, and he is eliminated. And now the Brooklyn Brawler reverses. And Hogan again coming right back in. Has got SD Jones. SD is in trouble. Hogan trying to put him out over the top turnbuckle. He's got him perched up there. SD's in a lot of trouble right now. Fights his way back in. And now SD, what's he going to do here? He's got Hogan up, could not hold him. Chop to the back. My goodness, this is getting absolutely chaotic. And there goes the Brooklyn Brawler. And now Hogan going right there, going to work on the Big Russian. Now he's got Morocco up. What's he going to do with the Magnificent One? Eliminates him. Hogan now with Volkov, and he's gone too.
Has been eliminated.
Unbelievable how this is turning out right now.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka, Hulk Hogan, SD Jones. They are the final three remaining. The question is, which one is going to go? SD Jones was in control for a moment. Look at this. Snuka takes over. SD on the apron. He's eliminated now. Hogan caught Superfly.
Nice move right there by the Superfly to get out of trouble.
Hogan bringing him up against the ropes. And now Hogan has Snuka up in the air. Oh, look at this. Slams him to the floor. And that's the man who is guaranteed another shot at Andre the Giant and the World Heavyweight Championship.
Andre the Giant thought he dodged the bullet by getting out of Pennsylvania with the championship. Well, let me tell you, that all changes right here. Hulk Hogan has guaranteed himself another title match.
Andre the Giant, you can run, but you can't hide. Not from this man. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us here for this very special edition of Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling on the Nation Network. We'll see you next week.